Hello, beautiful light workers. I hope you're doing well today. I thought I would take a few minutes after my last student to chat with you. And I'm always inspired by what I have experienced or all the energies around us, but also what is unfolding when I work with my clients. So that prompts me or invites me to share some information with you, whatever we have received during those channeling experiences with my beautiful students. So working with you not only helps you move to your next level of expression as an intuitive and a light worker, but it also helps me to monitor the energies light workers are going through. We're all a big team of humans. Within that team, we have some that are a little bit more dedicated to evolve as a species, as a human being, but also to help others. And these are the ones I'm working with. These are the ones I'm connecting with. So when I work with them and surround myself with them, I can connect to the vibration. And usually we all have something in common. We all have this vibration in common. So I like to address that. So if you're joining for the first time on YouTube, on Facebook, on Facebook, actually, it could be my page or the group. Either way, I'm happy you're here. So let me know who's there. I know beautiful ladies here. So unfortunately, that's what I see sometimes. I don't always see your name. So if you don't mind putting your little name for me to identify you, that would be lovely. StreamYard wants you to kind of authorize them to give you to give your name and picture from Facebook. But either way, just put your name. But I'm happy you're here. So let me know who's there. And today's conversation will be about how important it is to face our emotions, to be an aligned light worker. And this will be followed by a channeled light language activation. So remember, if it's your first time experiencing, Melinda's here, wonderful. Light language activation is an energy channeled from higher realms that is not using a language we know on Earth, and that is mainly using a very high energy that it needs to go through me rapidly and be expressed rapidly. So it's most of the time using my hands, potentially using sounds. Either way, be there watching, open your mind, open your heart, and you will feel a shift because we're all at a different level of expression of who we are. You will feel a different energy flowing within you. You will feel as if a wind of energy is shifting you. You will feel it because your thoughts are changing or you have more visions. Something will shift, and just know that it will continue on within 48 hours of you watching this, okay? So I'm happy you're here. Again, let me know who's present. But first, before I start my little talk about the emotions, whether you consider yourself yet as a light worker or not, a healer or not, if you're here, connecting here with me to this page, to this group, somehow you feel that you have intuitive powers and you could be of service to the world. What are your fears? What are the fears or the emotions that are coming into your awareness the most often? And not only about your gift, but about you as a human being. What are the fears, the emotions you're experiencing the most? So just post that in the comment. I would love to have your feedback on that. I thought it was important to remind us that as a human being, and even though you're a light worker, even though you're using wonderful intuitive powers that maybe sets you a little bit aside from the mainstream, the general public, I should say, you're still a human being. You still have a body, you still have a history, you still have issues you went through. And in order to be fully aligned and abundant in all spheres of your life, you need to deal with them. Some people may think that being a light worker is always vibrating, or I shouldn't say vibrating, is always connecting to higher self. I'm going to say it, to higher realms. meaning always being in the fifth dimension, always feeling at ease, always feeling channeling, always feeling that you connect to all the possible beautiful beings and energies, and nothing can happen because you know how to connect. So you should be able to heal yourself. You should be able to find the answers and the solutions. And this is wrong. This is actually a perception you may have about light workers and others may have about you. But just know that being a human being now, with gifts, I do agree, with abilities to help people who are going through difficulties and bringing clarity into other people's lives. Yes, it is indeed a gift. You are still having to deal with your own stuff, whether they're from this life or from other lives. So, unfortunately, I don't have your names, but one of you says, making my living fully emerge as an intuitive healer. So I was asking everyone, what are your fears? What are the emotions coming through you and you find a bit harder to deal with? So yes. Yes. So being out there telling people who you are and potentially making a living out of it. Another person says, I'm afraid I will be forced to get the vax. That is definitely something else. But yes, I totally understand what you're experiencing. So far, depending where you are in the world, people are not forced to do that yet. But yes, there's some restrictions, but I won't talk about that now. But I get your fear. I totally understand what you're expressing. And stay with us, because whatever your fears are, the little light language activation that will follow will help you to feel at peace. Remember, every time we're scared about something, and in this case, we're scared about what society, or at least a part of our system, is imposing upon us. This is a fear that is also not just a fear of for our health or being told what to do if we disagree with it, but it might also reveal other fears. Again, I'm not here to say whether it's right or wrong. I'm just here to say we need to face it, we need to address it, and we need to heal it. So Bernice is there. Hello, everyone. Excited also to be there. And you sense there are also fears. Yeah, when you can. So of course, it doesn't have to be only your fears, your own personal fears. Of course, as an intuitive, you definitely connect to the collective fears. And God knows how many we're experiencing. And yes, the health issues and the restrictions or definitely imposing some fears, but you still remain gifted. You still remain intuitive. The gift won't disappear, even though you may feel fear every day. The thing is that we need to address them. You remain a channeler, you remain an intuitive, you remain a healer, you remain a teacher, whatever your gifts are, whether you're stressed, you're scared, you're angry, you're sad. But you understand that if those emotions are staying in your field for a long time, you first of all will feel energetically depleted, so you won't have enough energy to focus on developing your gifts to their next level of development or expression. You will find it hard to even look for clients, to tell the world who you are and promote yourself. You will just find every little step a little bit of a struggle. So all the fears you're experiencing right now won't really disengage your intuitive gifts. Remember, they're not here in the third dimensional world. They're accessible at a higher vibration. So as soon as you're tuning in, that's it, they're here. Even if you don't tune in, they can show up anytime. But when you're more relaxed, when you're dealing with your own things, it's easier for you to expand. So it means to broaden your vision. So let's say that you're a beginner in this field and you are working with your where, let's say, your clair audience or your clair sentience or any of the gifts you want to work with. It's true that every day, if you wake up with the fear, not only won't you be as immersed into the experience of developing them, but you won't walk as fast. You won't expand as fast, because somebody's comment, the news, or flashback from your past, or comments from a member of your family or your community makes you doubt. And as soon as you doubt, you close yourself up, not only mentally and psychologically, but also energetically. I mean, the best way would be to describe, hello, Lindsay, would be to just imagine that there's a cocoon that is closing in and that is bringing back the energy, closing the field of expansion, okay, energetically speaking. So you cannot be feeling and be a light worker fully aligned if you do not look at your incarnation, if you don't look at your emotional background, and you tell yourself, look, I'm a healer, I'm a channeler, I'm a psychic, I am a teacher, I'm here to help others. But every day I struggle because my partner doesn't believe in what I do, my family doesn't. It will deplete your energy field. Again, your gift will always be available, but it will slow down your progress. It will slow down even your motivation to be out there and tell the world you're there. I do feel that one of the biggest fears light workers are experiencing is just to be out there. Just look, I'm talking regularly with light workers who want to work with me. So I just ask you, what are you experiencing right now? What are your fears? What is your next level? So, of course, I have people who are just discovering what it means to have those abilities. And I'm here to help them develop them. But once you have been playing with your abilities and you've got the confirmation, they're here all the time. I can work with them all the time. The next level for them, and usually this is one of the biggest struggles light workers who are trusting their gifts are facing. Okay, I'm channeling, I am a healer, I use energy, whatever your gifts are. I've tried it with my family, with my friends. That's it, it's confirmed, I trust it. I may have some little blocks, but still I trust the gift. My next step is to tell the world, to tell strangers, to go online, to tell who I am, and have people make fun of me. It takes a lot of courage to be out there and suddenly maybe meet virtually or in person people you used to work with or study with, and suddenly, I don't know, they discover that aspect of you, and maybe you're scared of that judgment. Just it takes a lot of courage to just tell the world that suddenly you have this gift that has been considered for centuries like woo-woo, like witchcraft. And now, even though the world is more open to it, we understand that there's so many books around light workers and star seeds and intuitives and groups and workshops. We understand that it's not just a little cocoon, but it's expanding. So where it's less risky right now to be out there as a light worker and promoting yourself as a light worker than it was centuries ago. There's so many of my students, when we revisit their past lives, because there's a block there, we realize that, oh my God, so many times, and I'm talking about dozens and dozens of incarnations where they have been ostracized for their ability to either work with plants, with star beings, with the intuitive realm. So of course you still have that encoded within you, but now, even though it's still a struggle, we're still living with that old concept that it's woo woo. So I totally understand the fear, and don't worry, I faced it. And who says, if one of my best friends from the past would say, oh my God, Natalie, you're really weird, I'm not sure I want to connect with you, it probably would have hurt me a lot. But the mission is stronger than the disconnection with somebody I used to like and love. It's a passion. It's something that really uplifts you when you do it. So one of the fears I realize people are facing the most when they kind of sense the gifts are here, it's just to be out there. And you know that if you're not out there telling on social media or in groups you meet or people you know, that you can do something for them. You have the gifts. You can make a difference. Whatever your field of expertise is, if you don't tell them, They won't know. And if they won't know, then you cannot make a business out of it. You cannot make a living out of it because nobody knows. So, and then the fact that you're not being out there brings the fear of, oh my God, how can I attract abundance if I cannot make a living of it? And of course, if you like your 9 to 5 job that is not connected to intuitive work and you love it, perfect. But a lot of light workers are still working in a field that is not fully satisfying them. Do you think it's the solution, a long-term solution? No, it brings money now, but does it bring satisfaction? And do you feel that your mission as a light worker is fulfilled? So this is one of the biggest fear. Once you know you have some gifts and you're ready to share them with the world, it's what people think, and it's the biggest fear than you can imagine. If we didn't have that fear, we would be all over the place saying what we can do. People would come to us because they would see who we are. They would just say, oh my God, look at her personality or his charisma, his energy. Oh my God, look at all the people they have been working with. Yes, I see, I believe, but they need to see it. People need to see it. And if you have nobody to practice with, if you don't have any clients, you cannot develop your gifts. You need people because your clients are as much your teachers than they are your clients. They're also, you're as much helping them than they're helping you by their feedback, their insights. How it's so amazing to see somebody you're helping and you see them going from a doubting light worker to a full healer, promoting their work and clearly seeing that they're meant to teach the world, teach others how to do and how to do whatever they're meant to be doing. So that is one of the fear. And Melinda says, I so needed this today. And yes, again, you guys, Melinda, I know you're beautiful and you have such a wonderful energy, but I do understand it is important to remain with people who understand us. And there's nothing better than another light worker, another healer to understand the process. And I know working with others, I know one of the biggest fear is this, and of course is actually to be out there. But being out there is again a fear of being rejected, a fear of being mocked, being made fun of, and it goes back to childhood. It goes back to what you have heard about yourself, what people told you, what your family said, maybe a teacher, what you saw on TV. I mean, I was scared for years I love everything that was woo-woo when I was a child, but I knew I wanted to be a healer. I knew I was meant to heal people, to help them heal themselves. But it took me decades to even accept that. I wanted so much to be accepted in the main group of human beings that's it. I shouldn't say I lost time because you don't lose time, but if I had resolved those personal issues earlier, I would have embraced the gift a lot earlier. So even if you're a light worker, starseed, an intuitive, a healer, a visionary, teacher, and you could be all of these, because I do feel that most of us are all of these, you still have to look at your little issues. So every emotion coming your way, pleasant or unpleasant, look at them. Try to understand where they're coming from. Definitely if they come back many times. Is it triggered by a person? Does it bring you back to a similar situation that happened to you a long time ago? And all those fears of being out there as a light worker is definitely connecting you to sometimes to the collective fears, but is definitely connected to a lack of support you didn't have before. People who trust you, people who love you and support you will love you even if you become woo-woo, even if you become highly intuitive and you let go of your 9 to 5 job as a banker, or I'm using jobs that are very down to earth, and I need them. I need those people too, but we understand it's working on a different realm. But whatever you're doing from 9 to 5, whatever you feel you don't resonate anymore, You need people around you, trust you. Sometimes these are close to us, sometimes they're not. But if you didn't have that kind of support when you were young, then doubts comes in, and doubts comes in many, many, many forms. So what I'm trying to say, and I know it because I went through this in all of my students, and you know that I work with people over many weeks because I want to take them and make sure we go through all their fears. And in parallel, we'll develop. We can still develop your intuitive powers, set a complete vision of how you should be sharing your gift while clearing your emotional blocks. We can all do this. It's not because you develop your intuitive powers that once in a while you cannot look in it within and say, oh, I still have a block and issues around talking about authentically about who I am. So when I work with you guys, we checked every dimension of who you are, the body, the emotions. And still within one session, we can unblock a fear and open up another awareness of intuitive gifts. That's why it's so amazing. But if you do it on your own, never, never neglect the fact that you still need to work on your stuff. If not, you would not be on earth. I know some people are coming on earth, and I know we hear that a lot, that some didn't have to come back, but they're coming back because they want to help humanity. From my experience, I could be wrong, but from my experience, all light workers, even though they're highly, highly, highly powerful and in tune with their abilities, they have still a personal thing to resolve. Could be anything, with mom, with dad, with society, with death, with anything. So never neglect that, just for you to feel at ease when it's time to talk about yourself and what you do. It clears your field of all the fears that are usually making you doubt that you can be out there. So let me know if you have other fears that you're facing. I mean, you have expressed a lot, and yes, the collective fears may enter your own field. But one thing is, if ever the world is going through trauma release, it's going through a period of repression, a period of strict restrictions, if you are aligned with your intuitive powers and your incarnation as a light worker, it will be easy for you to bypass the collective fears. You will hear about them. You will hear that your town, your country, your family, the whole world is struggling, but it will never stop you from being of service. And whatever you do in your little corner, in your home, I'm on Vancouver Island, I'm talking to people from different parts of the world. It doesn't stop me. Does it mean that I'm not aware? I'm aware. But as soon as you are aware that the collective fears are impacting you, then see how it mirrors your own fears. You cannot change the world. You will always have people who are vibrating at a lower frequency or going through difficult times. You could be a good light worker and have difficult issues. Look, I have been sick for 2 weeks. I was not positive every day. I was out there. I mean, I went to the emergencies. Do you think I was like trusting, oh yeah, I'm gonna be fine? I mean, my heart was pumping. Physically, I was not doing well. But still, every day I was posting a message in my groups, because without this connection to you, to light workers, and to the energies above, that includes my higher self, I feel that I'm diving into the collective fears. So my own experience brought my own fears, and I had to deal with it. But when we talk about collective fears, we think they're not ours. If it triggers something within you, it's you haven't resolved something about yourself that is highly personal. So I invite you to do this. I really invite you. I'm just checking if you guys have comments, and please share your comments, share your experiences, share your own fears. I mean, when you put them down on paper or you type them down, you're already releasing them. It's almost as you're telling to yourself, I recognize this is what I'm facing, and it's coming back and it's coming back. So we will follow this by a beautiful light language activation. Whatever you're going through right now, we will invite, and I'm making this as an intention. I want us to download a language and activation that helps each one of us see what needs to be looked at. You will feel energetically better. You will feel something is shifting, but do not be surprised if in the days and the hours that follow, suddenly you have an awareness of something that needs to be looked at. So you have to be brave, and we're all brave. When we look at our past stuff, we have to be brave. It might bring back stuff from the past we thought was resolved, or things we totally forgot about. And remember, if it's not resolved, it's playing in the background. And today I posted a wonderful post, sharing the different ways your subconscious mind will bring back the fears and the old programmings, and it's all through fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. These are just intuitive reactions we have, and we don't control them. And it's important to look at this. So you're a human being. You will definitely react in those ways. Go back to those posts. It's from the holistic psychologist. I think that's how she's calling herself. She's amazing. She has a great way of talking about psychology and putting it in a holistic perspective. So she described in 4 different pictures how we react when we're acting in fear. So it means when our emotions are not being faced and we haven't looked at the origin of our fears. We react in 4 different ways. I invite you to read the post. It's easy. It's 4 different pictures with a description. And if you find you're reacting either in specific ways and it's coming back every time you're facing something different, but you feel that you're either wanting to fight, or you're running away, or you're trying to please everyone, or you're just like, I don't know what to do, and you let everyone decide for yourself, but you're never happy, because usually that generates stress, then please address it. You will become a better light worker, and a more aligned and a more peaceful light worker. And you will feel that abundance will fly into your life way more rapidly when you just realize that you're a human being. We cannot remain connected to higher realms all the time. We can't. We still need to come back and realize I still have to deal with people. I still have to deal with my family. I still have to deal with what was done to me and what I did. If you don't face it, you are blocking your evolution. And as a light worker, you're also representing the light. You're becoming a beacon to others. You're becoming an example. You're out there, you're telling people I can help you. So you need to show them that you've done work on yourself. You need to be able to allow people to relate to you and say, yeah, she's talking from the heart. We know she went through this. She understands that. So feel free to share your experiences, whether you're watching this live or as a replay. No worries. I will come back and I will check your comments. But I think it is important to look at this. And again, if ever you think you need help because you think it's a huge load, it's a whole process. Remember, I do offer mentoring. I do offer one-on-one and very, very soon group support to allow you to really deal with every aspect of what it means to be a light worker. Again, make sure that your emotional blocks are looked at, are being addressed and being resolved, making sure that your intuitive powers are fine-tuned to make sure that, bang, you're in the world using the best of them, making sure you have a process that is uniquely yours, being sure that you can just be out there telling how much you want to charge with an open heart, being clear, knowing that you deserve as much as any other one, abundance with respect for yourself and others, because you deserve it. And remember, when you're happy, then it's easier to make other people happy. When you are when you are feeling safe and secure in your environment, when you realize there's enough money coming in, that there's a roof over your head and there's enough food, there's no anxiety. And when there's no anxiety, your message just flows fluidly and people see the light in you, you become a full activated light worker. Beautiful Heather is here. So again, if you're just joining now, I do invite you to just go back to the beginning later, to the whole talk about emotions. I'm so willing and wanting to help you. Again, I will post it here if you want to chat with me. I don't have it here, so I'll just look, I'll put it there. If you want to chat with me, just go to natalierestored.com chat with Natalie, and you'll find a time, you'll book yourself a little time and we'll chat. There's no obligation to book anything with me. There's no obligation to enter a program or anything, but just the conversation is activating. It's kind of mapping out what are the ideal next steps for you. I just had a few calls today with beautiful light workers, and they know where they're at. They understand what are their next steps. They understand that they're also ready to work and just explore what's coming for them. All I want is really to talk to people who are motivated. I'm not channeling anything. We're just having a beautiful heart-to-heart connection and conversation. But I'm not here to tell you what to do during those calls. I'm here to listen to you, to kind of quickly evaluate what you need and how I could help you. And I just had a conversation today. I realized you don't need me. All you need is to practice. You don't need me. You have all the gift. You're ready. You've got the motivation. So I'll be that honest. If you don't need me, I'll let you know. But of course, I will talk about my services. So if you feel the drive, if you feel motivated, and you feel that as a human being and a light worker, you want to be aligned and potentially develop yourself to be out there, I'll be happy to chat with you. The chat is free, it's complimentary. But again, I need no motivated people. I'm only working with a few people at a time. So if I realize that you're just curious, but the motivation isn't there, it won't happen. It's okay. I think it's nobody wants to lose time. We just want to be fully activated. All right, beautiful people. I hope I'll chat with you. If not, remember, if you're not in my group right now on Facebook, I also have a group. I do invite you to join. If you go on Facebook and you type Lightworker Starseed Rising, you will find me. In this group, I'm there way more often. I offer activations. I'm chatting with you a little bit more than just on YouTube and my regular page. So that would be also a way of showing your motivation. I work with all lightworkers and star seeds of all levels. I'm not here to share information. I'm not channeling. I do, but it's not the goal of my group. I am not here to share what are the next energies, what's going to happen in the world. I'm not here to forecast anything. I'm here to unlock lightworkers' gift to their next level. This is my mission. So you might not find data, theory in my group or in my connections, but just because you're here and you see me working, or you just observe what I do, you're already taking yourself energetically to a higher level. Are we ready? Can I have some yeses, some hearts, some likes, just to let me know that you guys are ready to have that little light activation, just to get us emotionally to the next level. Let me know that you want this. I just need to see if you're not sleeping. Haha. Let me know. Post some hearts, post some comments. I just put here the link to the group. Let me know. I see some hearts. Beautiful. Let me know. Are you ready for the group activation, the light language activation? Yes, 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 please. Beautiful. I'm getting ready. Yourself get ready. The best, and you can watch this later as a replay, would be to have headphones. I don't know yet what's going to come through. Will sound come through? Martin says yes. Bernie says yes, 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 yes. I love that, guys. I love that. So Again, if you have headphones, wonderful. If not, no worries, you'll replay it again. You can make, I'm kind of receiving the guidance that you can make an intention. Remember, today we're working on the emotions. Whatever is stagnant in your field as an emotion, is there a feeling you felt? Somebody talked today about, well, actually in the group here, talked about the fear of being forced to get the jab. Okay, that is a fear. And it's important that you address it, because if you fear for your health or for your freedom, that can definitely hinder your ability to be yourself in the world. So just think of one of the fear or one of the fears or one of the emotions or the sensations, because they can be physical sensations that are coming back regularly and you want to get rid of them. Think of that. There may be more than one. Feel free to have a few if you want to, but if you feel overwhelmed to think of all of them, just pick one. Just zero expectation. Just pick one and say, this one, I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of not being this. I'm tired of this. All right. So I invite you to close your eyes for the first seconds. We will just breathe into a higher frequency. Deep inhale through the nose. Breathe out completely until no more breath, like a big sigh of letting go. Beautiful. When you inhale, inhale until no more breath. That allows you to exhale all the things you do not need in your life. Your mind knows it, your heart knows it, your higher self knows that you are preparing yourself for a higher connection. Let's do this 3 more times at our own pace. Imagine a beautiful white light all around you. This white light is part of your energy field and allows a deep, clear, and strong connection between your earth self, body, emotions, heart center, thoughts, with your higher self. Remember, your higher self is the key to all connections. It's the key to your inner wisdom. It's the key to connection to past lives, future lives, guides, archangels, angels, light beings, all the energies. When you connect truly, effectively, with trust, with your higher self, you open the doors to a stronger connection with your divine self, but also all the energies you're meant to be receiving, including data, insights, intuition, visions. All the clairs will be developed. Just trust. Feel the white light all around you. Feel warm, feel supported, feel that a higher aspect of you is now pouring in from the top of your head, as if somebody somewhere up there had opened up the valve of a beautiful healing energy. And this healing energy was simply pouring down like honey onto the top of your head, entering your field and wrapping your body with this energy of warmth, comfort, support, and also this feeling that clearing is meant to unfold, but clearing with a warm, gentle, loving energy. Feel this happening. Feel it flowing within you, around you. Feel it may have a different color for each one of us. For me, I see it gold and green. It might be different for everyone. There's no special meaning attached to it. Just let it pour softly around you and within you, from your head down through your heart center, along your spine, down to the tip of your fingers and the tip of your toes. And when you're ready, gently, lovingly open your eyes and follow my hand movements with an open mind and an open heart. If sounds are coming through, let them change positively the vibration within you and around you. Shilat itarach ilat ni urachtam Icharchilain Shiamam Marihilayam Rahim Haranai Likinihu my screen doesn't go as low, but it wants to do this movement around your solar plexus. Yeah. Yeah. So today, the energies want to, I'm trying to see where they're coming from. They're coming from different collectives. I hear like as if different beings from different planets with different energies had decided to come here, like we had a meeting, like a conference, and they have decided to join their energies and message, because each energy also has a message, an activation. They're saying that right now, most of the light workers' spheres, wherever they are, whether they are beginners or just understanding what it means to be intuitive, to the ones like me and more advanced who are already being out there, there's a sphere of expressing what they sense, because they sense they're evolving to another level. As if, let's say you're a beginner, of course, everything's new. So for you, this is a new step. If your experience, whatever your level of experience is, there's a feeling something new is emerging. So for you, it's new. For you, maybe you're downloading the ability of doing light language. Maybe you're downloading, I shouldn't say downloading, you're unlocking the ability of speaking to people who crossed over. Maybe you are feeling that you have the ability of teaching a large group. Whatever your next step is, I receive the clear guidance that everybody's stuck in the throat chakra, the throat center. Everybody's scared of saying who they are because they might be repressed. And it's true, the energies, the collective energies, some are just being out there saying what they think and feel about everything as if they had the truth, the truth, the unique truth. Well, the truth is malleable and expendable. So no wonder some of us are saying, I'm not taking a chance. I don't want to be ridiculized. So let's clear this, because this is the biggest fear right now, is just to say who you are. Clearing this, quickly, deeply, rapidly, trusting that whatever you receive is indeed meant to be expressed through you. Not everyone will connect, not everyone will resonate, but some will. And those some, whether they're 2, whether they're 10, whether they're 100, you will make a difference for them. You do not need to please everyone. You do not need to get a consensus around who you are and what you're sharing. You're not saying you have the truth. You're saying you have one version of the truth. And that version of the truth you possess will help people. They will see you doing your stuff. They will experience your stuff and they'll know that this is what I need. It brings a feeling of, oh my God, I hear what she says, he says. It's like they're talking about me. This is what you need. Your voice will resonate with a certain group of people, with people who are in need of your services, in need of your magic. So right now is the time to be out there, because it's time to fight the dance energies coming from fear, from other people, collective fears. And it's time for you to blossom. Not only will you clear, they're kind of saying to me that just being you out there, you will clear a lot of your fears. So not just healing yourself by doing some, subconscious work and facing your fears, but also just saying, okay, I have some fears to deal with, some blocks. I know them. I'll do my best to work on them. But while I'm in the process of clearing them, I still need to be out there. I still need to do my magic. It's not one after the other. It's not you feel good, you feel strong, you feel powerful, then you are in the world. No, they're all happening at the same time. You heal yourself, you clear yourself from emotional blocks. At the same time, you learn more intuitive powers. And at the same time, you tell the rest of the world. And when I say the rest of the world, start with your family, start with your community, start with a social media page. You need to tell somebody. You will get somebody. And by you being you, you'll be invited to meet people, to meet energies that will help you to clear emotional issues you're facing. So again, it's not a linear one after the other step process. It's all happening. You can do both, not on the same day, but you can in parallel focus on your whole being, the whole work that has to be done. Clearing all this, completely allowing you to see clearly what needs to be done for you specifically. If you need help, ask for help. But most of it is you acknowledging that you are different and you're meant to share this. Feel. They want me to get close to the camera. So I'm just being close to the camera, just out there. So take a deep inhale through the nose and just breathe out completely until no more breath. Being totally feeling at peace with the process. I'm thanking your higher selves for joining in, for allowing you and inviting you into this connection, whether it's live or as a replay. Remember, the energy remains as potent live or as a replay. Time does not matter. All right, beautiful people. I'm opening my eyes. I guess yours were open, I hope. And tell me how it feels. It's like I have light language activations that will make me feel like, that's cool. This one is like, I'm ready. I'm ready to conquer the world. So for me, it's activating me even to another level. So please take a few minutes before we disconnect to share how it was for you and how was the experience. If you had any visions, if you had any feelings, if you feel it has unlocked something within you, or at least it has brought your attention on an issue that needs to be resolved. Are you experiencing a communication blockage? Are you experiencing a desire to be out there, but a fear of telling who you are, and that your voice sometimes doesn't find the right words or the right energy? So before we disconnect, I would love to hear from you, how it resonated with you and what it cleared within you. Remember, it may take up to 48 hours for you to fully feel the full benefit of what happened. Be mindful of your feelings, your emotions, your dreams, your reactions to what you hear and feel. These are indicators that something is in the movement. Beautiful. I'm just reading your comments. I resonate with the communication blockage. Thank you for the activation. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this. Then thank you so much. Felt new light enter. AJ, wonderful. I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. So again, share more comments. I will read them, even if you share them a little bit later. Remember, I'm here if you want to develop more of your intuitive abilities. That's my job. I'm a mentor. I help you to uncover your next gift, and I make sure that you're happy being yourself, being a light worker, that nothing else can stop you from being who you are, what you're meant to be doing. If you're not too sure how to use your gift, I'm here too. I work with people in private or in a group setting, just helping you to unlock your next level of intuitive power, but definitely our powers, because we have more than one. Definitely feel free to be yourself and not being scared to say, this is my job. Your job will never be like anyone's job. You cannot, there's no specific rule, just respect and loving what you do. So you will build your own work, you will build your own job. Yes, it can be scary because there's no really a real model we can follow. What I do, I'm pretty sure others are doing it, but they might call themselves differently. They might not even use the same process. Doesn't matter. It feels good and I know I'm helping. So I'm here to help you feel the same way, feeling empowered. So let me see. I have another Facebook user. My neck feels longer, breathing clearer. Also, I feel more calm and secure in myself. Facebook user, whoever you are, I love you. Wonderful. Heather says, you were speaking to me. I do have a fear of telling who I am. I live in a very Christian area and was once told my life was a curse from the devil. Delete all this right now. I don't know why my fingers are tapping on my table. Heather, this is not you. You are meant to actually bring light. You're bringing light. Bring it to you and then share it with the world. Share it with the world. This is why a lot of light workers are either from a background that is very restrictive, very narrow-minded. It's as if, I don't say that we all had difficult childhoods or very restrictive childhoods, but most of the time we need to see restriction to want to look for freedom. And as soon as we have freedom, we appreciate it so much that we want to share it with the world. Melinda, you're the one who said that. That my gift was a curse, not life. Yeah, no. You belong to our family, Heather. You belong to the group of light workers, and it's yes. And even look, you just need to go on the street and tell the world what you're doing as an intuitive or as a healer, and you could attract so many people looking at you like you're still a witch, and we will always have that until the mind, but we're here. Remember, I know it might not always be like this whenever you get up in the morning, but we have chosen to come back knowing that it will still be difficult to be out there, that we will have to prove ourselves, to clear our fears from this life and the previous lives, and face people that will still doubt. But right now, there's so many people in need of believing that fear is not ruling the world, that hope and intuitive powers can make a difference. So it's all working together. We're not working against people. We're practicing healing in a different way. We're just telling them, this is how I do it. I'm here. If you resonate with me, I'm here. I will help you. I will take you from where you are to your next level, whatever you're doing to help them. And it's to be free, to feel free to do whatever you're meant to be doing, and to take care of yourself, not just to rely on the system. It's also being free to decide what is right for you, to decide that, I mean, personally, I have a doctor, I have a GP, but I have a naturopath, I have my healing friends, I have my own abilities. And I just go to each one of them because I know what I need. I will never negate or reject any of those modalities or people because they all have their own flavor. And because they embody it, they know their mission, then they're fully effective in their mission. As soon as you know what you're meant to be doing and you do everything in your power to accelerate the process of being who you are, then again, people find you, you feel more aligned, you feel more peaceful, and all those objections you may feel, you may find along your path can just, yeah, I get it. You don't believe in it. You don't, okay, but I have like 10 people here. They're waiting for me. I make a difference for them. And this is what I want to work with. All right. So again, if ever you want to chat with me, I shared the link in the description and it's somewhere in the comments here. If you're not in my Facebook group yet, I strongly invite you to do so simply because I'm there a little bit more often. It's on Facebook. You just type Lightworker Starseed Rising and you'll find me, or you just copy what you see on the screen here. I think I also shared it in the comments. You'll know if my vibration ignites something in you, even if it's just curiosity. Your higher self wanted you to be there to watch this, and you're meant to get something from it. And again, if ever you want to move a little bit further, come and have a chat with me, and I will through a wonderful heart-to-heart conversation, I'll be able to pretty much sense what are the ideal next steps for you, whatever they're meant to be. All right. I wish you a great evening. I will be back on the page in the group for more. And very, very, very soon, I'm talking about days. I'm planning on creating somewhere like a masterclass webinar. I'll see it if I'll do it like over 2 days or just 1 day. It's free, but it's all about understanding where you're at in your lightworkers evolution and how you can develop that rapidly. And when I say rapidly, it's not to skip steps. It's just that you don't stay at home and you wonder, what should I be doing? I don't know anyone who's a light worker. How could I just develop my next step, my next level? So there will be a little bit of theory, but a lot of activation. So I'll just keep you posted. You will see that. I'm just preparing all this, but as soon as it's all ready to share it with you, you'll be invited to join this free meeting or this free activation. All right. Until then, I wish you a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. Big hugs. And again, talk to you very soon. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.